from the gallows. Javier and the others are faced with great sacrifices to salvage what remains. Well, that means after this, we're going to be completely done with Season 3 of The Walking Dead. And I think that's pretty exciting. I know that we're going to be on to Season 4, which is not my favorite, but we'll play through it. After that, though, we have to decide what's next. Probably Michonne. I never played through the entirety of the Michonne DLC. Shut the fuck up, dude. There's this dumbass
Previously
talking on the phone.
The Walking Dead. Whatever
We'll let
this
them tell us what
thing
just happened.
is between us, I want to give it a chance. And I know the fact that David is back in our lives now makes this whole thing a little more complicated. But do you feel the same way?
I'm sorry, Kate.
Oh, God.
I just can't see it between us.
So fucked up, man.
Just look what he's done. I had a very interesting conversation with your friend Eleanor last night. Isn't that right, Eleanor?
That's right.
You've put me in a no-win situation here. Both of them deserve to die for their crimes. However, Javi, I'll let you spare one of them. Just one.
Let Ava live.
Shoot her.
Wait! I said don't shoot Ava!
How about you take David and the rest of your people and just get the hell out?
We're leaving. All of us. Right now.
It's Kate. She's coming for us.
Oh, shit! Oh, God.
So if you don't move out of the way of the truck, Conrad pushes you out of the way. Alright, well, it's time to get into the episode. Carmine and I both signed a waiver that made it to where we can't talk about it, an NDI. That's what it's called. Because I may or may not have died there yesterday. And found out the hard way that Conrad saves you if you don't move out of the way of the vehicle. This looks to be back at the old house.
I'm letting the bones speak to me.
Oh my God. Ooh, I think I can hear them. They're saying, "You're gonna lose, come mierda, so play already."
I must have inherited patience from Ma.
Oh, come on, man. Calm down, David. No one is ever in a rush to lose.
My beer's getting warm.
If he plays his last bone... You're out of the will, Javier.
Kicked out of baseball. Can't play dominoes. What exactly are you good at again, Javi?
At least I can actually play baseball. Slugger.
That's enough, both of you. It's not Javi's fault he's a disgrace to the game of dominoes.
I won. That's $10 you owe me. Both of you. I know you're broke, Javi. You should sit out the next game, since we all know I'm gonna win. No shame in surrender.
Good game, David. Nicely played.
Nice or not, a win is a win. Pay up, little brother. If you can.
I'll cover for Javier.
Oh, is it your turn to do that now? I lost track. Poor, helpless Javi.
Get my wallet, mijo.
Keep an eye on him. You don't want him snatching an extra 20 for gas money.
It's on the counter.
Yeah. Sure, Pa. Pa? What's this? Hey, man, I was reading that. What? What's up?
What the fuck is this?
None of your business.
He has cancer.
What? Pa, really?
I'm old. Old people get cancer. You didn't need to know.
That's not for you to decide! Jesus, Pa. I'm so sorry.
Be sorry for your domino skills.
How bad?
It's okay, mijo. Ask me.
How bad is it?
You won't have to worry about paying me back that $10.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Pa.
Hey, settle, David. Now.
You haven't told Mama.
And neither will either of you. You hear me? Mouth shut.
That's not okay, Pa. You have to tell her.
When the time is right, I will.
That's not good enough.
It's good enough for me.
You're gonna need her help with this, Pa. Driving you to the doctor, getting prescriptions.
Wait, what are your options? Treatment, stuff like that.
Chemo, radiation, all that expensive mierda.
Great. When do you start?
I turned it down.
Turned it down? You don't get to turn it down.
So much money, and for what? Another month? Another game of dominoes to lose? It's not worth it.
If I was still playing ball, I could have paid for it.
I'll pay for it.
It's not happening. Save your money.
Fuck the money. I can afford it.
You can afford it, David. But my pride can't. Let's play another game.
You are a fucking coward. A selfish coward. Javi, can you believe this shit?
David, I get it, man. It's not fair, but come on, take it easy.
Sit down. Both of you. You know, I pray for daughters. Every night your mother was pregnant with both of you. Please, God, a daughter. Anything but a son. Anything but another me. Anything but another hot-headed idiot with his heart in the right place. Anything but another foolhardy, handsome gambler. Anything at all.
Please, Papa. Don't give up. Fight. Fight for our name. For our blood. For our family. Please, fight.
It's your life, Pa. Live it however you want, or as long as you want.
You're both the same, only thinking about yourselves.
Don't worry, Pa. He'll come around.
You should have supported him.
Wait, what? I'm on your side.
Still, I'm gonna be a name carved in stone before you know it, Javier. That'll be me. Letters on a rock that nobody wants to visit. I know you think you're strong enough to handle that alone. And so does your brother. And you're both wrong. You have to take care of each other. You two are all I'll leave behind. Like Gabe and Mariana will be for David. Legacy, Javier. It's all anyone leaves behind. That and their bones. Be brothers. Before it's too late. That's not too much to ask.
Okay, Pa. I'll try.
As hard as you can?
As hard as I can.
I still need to pay David.
Pa.
Oye, if you had just won the game, we wouldn't have had this problem.
So you're blaming me for all this?
I'm depending on you, mijo. We both are.
If someone doesn't feel like going on, why would someone force you to hold on? I mean, it's not like he's in his, 40s or 50s. Like, he's obviously in his late 60s. He's an old man, right? And at that point, I mean, like Carmine said, David wants his dad in terminal pain confirmed. Yeah. But Red Dead Doggo says, what's up? What's up, Red Dead Doggo? I appreciate you popping in, man. Georgian Bank Robber says, I love pudding. I love pudding, too. Depending on what kind. My favorite is pistachio pudding. I'll eat the shit out of pistachio pudding. 60s is young. I don't think we're on the same page, Georgian bank robber. The average human lives to like 80 max, right? Even in the United States. Okay, so 80 might even be a little bit high, right? But you're 20 years from there. Relative to the average age people die? I don't think so. I don't think so. Young is young, like a sapling in the ground, like, you know, a branch essentially sitting out of the ground. That's young, right? But once the tree starts to bear fruit, I mean, it's not really that young no more. And once that tree stops producing fruit, that's an old fucking tree. You're young when your body is building more cells than decay, right? When you get old, the reason your bones get fragile and your muscles begin to decay and your skin starts becoming saggy is because your cells are dying faster than your body can replace them. When you're young, the reason you heal so quickly, right? You know, that youth that all the elders are talking about, that's just your body replacing the dead cells a lot quicker. Like, a lot quicker. So, once you start losing cells faster than they can be replaced, you're not young. I'm not going to act like you're as ancient as some people, but some people are ancient when they're pretty damn young, right? Like in their 30s and they have back problems to where they have to walk around with a cane or a crutch, just crutches all the time. That is, you know, an old body with a young person. Best way I can put it. My dad is in his 60s. Well, good shit. It's good that your dad's 60s. My grandpa's in his 60s. And, my grandpa's old. My grandpa is old. So, yeah, sorry about that. I was just like, I don't understand how 60 could be young, right? Because when you're 20, right, that's still 40 years away from 60. But 60 is 40 years from 100. And, you don't just become old once you hit 100, you know? Like, people in their 60s, let's see, they would be born in the 1960s, right? That, like, those people could be around before there was video games, or before video games were mainstream. These people before the internet. These things that are just so normal to everyone's lives. That was just like, you know, the kind of stuff you saw in the Jetsons, you know, if you were born in that time. I don't know. I'm sorry I went off on that so much. It's just like, I'm trying to think why you would say 60 isn't old. I was trying to think if there's any way I could be like, oh yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense. But I don't think so. We'll just play the game. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't need to dwell on that.
Kate! 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 Gabe! Kate! Gabe! David!
Over here!
Where's Kate? She's not here. She must have gotten out.
If something's happened to her, if you've gotten her... You better hope she's alive.
How about it? You're welcome. I just saved your life.
Is that what you're thinking about? Kate's more important than your ego.
Kate!
Kate! Kate!
David, wait!
I'll be honest, I don't think that was Kate.
Don't worry. I'm sure you had that
Okay.
handled.
Kate, I'm so glad
You okay? Good. Shit, that was too close.
You don't know how happy I am to see you.
Same. Just glad I found you in time.
Are you trying to get yourselves killed?
There's Gabe and Clem.
Lead the way, Javi. Get the knee, like this. Nice.
I got a great teacher.
You guys all right?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Look at them! There's so many!
We'll be safer inside. Get in!
Good lord, Javi is a huge simp. Yeah, Javi is. But the funniest part is that we haven't showed interest in Kate a single time this entire playthrough. And yet she still just has the biggest crush on Javi. And, yeah. I don't know. And then, next is OMG, thought that was her. No, it wasn't her,
You put up a
luckily.
good fight out there.
I don't care what you think.
Gabriel, do not take that tone with me.
You murdered that man after they let you go. You're a killer, just like they said.
You did that?
You don't understand. It was them or us. I had to do it. They would never let us go. They still would have killed us, sooner or later.
It wasn't pretty, but you're right. Joan was gonna kill you to cover up her own crimes. We couldn't trust her to keep a promise.
Exactly.
His brains splattered all over me.
You are my son. I am doing what any parent would do to keep you safe.
You do not get to judge my actions. Do you hear me? Hey, you do not walk away from me.
That's not how
When
that
someone
works.
speaks to you, you stand up and answer them.
David, that's enough. He's not a little boy. He doesn't need that from you.
What he needs is to learn to keep his opinions to himself until he understands what the hell he's talking about. I'm trying to protect you, Gabe.
I lost you once. I won't let it happen again. Okay?
We made it through alive. Let's just be glad about that.
We need to check the other entrances. Make sure we're safe.
Gabe, want to help me out?
Javi?
Gabriel.
Go help him, Gabe. It's okay.
He doesn't need your permission.
I'll help too.
Okay.
Hey, Clem's with them. It's fine.
It's not that. It's... Let's just... I'm all over the place. I need to focus on something. Anything. Just need to focus. On whatever.
Let's see if there are any other survivors. It'd be good to know who's still around.
I don't want to think about how many people may have just died. But I guess I'm gonna have to find out eventually. Let's go. Oh my god. This is a fucking nightmare.
me. It's them.
I'm glad Mariana didn't live to see this. To see what her father's become. To see what I've done. She'd be just like that little boy. Scared that the monsters are coming after her next. She would never trust us again.
Kate, come on. We're not monsters.
I don't know who we are anymore. But it's not the people she knew. I did this to them. That hole is there because of me. This is all my fault.
I'm just as responsible for it as you are.
You weren't behind the wheel, Javi. It's different. I can't leave until I make this right. All of this. Let's fix this. As best we can.
All right, Kate. Let's make things right.
I don't know if it's actually possible. But I feel a lot better knowing you're there too.
Episode 5, From the Gallows. Who wouldn't? Don't know what that's about. But, Giga Gamer giving thumbs up. Wait. It's the pointer finger, the thumbs up, and then a star.
You've got a lot of nerve showing up here. After the bullshit you pulled.
She pulled the bullshit.
You're unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Oh, I've got a lot of nerve. Everything that happened is because of you. This is all your fault.
I told you I didn't want to leave. You didn't listen. Joan did.
Why did you tell Joan what we were doing?
I was triaging a bad situation. Their doctor is dead. And before you guys fucked it up, their walls worked. It's not only about me. I can actually save lives here. Not just stitch them up and hope for the best. These people will die without me, Javi.
I know she... well, fucked us over. But she's trying to help them. She's trying to make something right. That's worth forgiving, right? She's trying. That counts.
Eleanor's one of us. Maybe she forgot it, but I haven't.
Thank you, Javi.
We should try to help.
Eleanor's a fucking cunt, dude. Like, she went to Joan and told them about the plan, so it completely changed everything. Like, the entire execution probably wouldn't have went on if Eleanor didn't rat on Javi and his friends, right? Who were already fugitives. But yeah, she ratted on them. Like, what a fucking bitch, dude. Eleanor snitched on them. Ha ha ha. Oh, hold on. Is it just me, or should Kate have died in that car crash? It would have made some good development for Javi. Oh, let's go to the one above that. Have you read the comics? No, I have not read the Walking Dead comics with, like, Rick in them. But, I read the Clementine comics, started the first one. We own both of the books. And, they're both garbage and not worth reading. Let's see, though. Is it just me, or should Kate have died in that car crash? It would have made for some good development for Javi. No, that would have been fucking stupid, because you spend this entire time either ignoring her like I have, right? Which it would make sense if she did die right there, if you ignored her the entire time, and it made Javi regret, you know, not paying any attention to her, right? But if she liked you enough, she had the will to go on or whatever, because, yeah, we totally told her that we didn't care about her or feel the same way. And, she got pretty upset about that, I'm not gonna lie. But no, having her die there just would feel like, that was stupid. Like, why the fuck did they have her die right there? It just felt like they were forcing it in, so that way she would die. That way, you know, you start the episode and, you know, you think, oh shit, Kate's dead. But the way they shot everything, obviously they didn't have a camera, but the way they portrayed everything with the scenes was to make you think that Kate was dead, which I think that the twist being that she didn't die is a way better twist then, oh shit, she actually died. Like, it's like, oh, well, guess I didn't see that coming, huh? Oh. Well, this right here, this right here is just one of them. These books are absolutely horrible. They take Clementine, who had a very well fleshed out character and story and all that, and gave it to some fat bitch who really wanted Clementine to meet Amish people living in the snowy mountains. That's like the best way to sum it up. Is it feels like fan fiction, it sounds like fan fiction, it's written like fan fiction, and the person who wrote it, Tilly Walden, from the Eisner and Ignatz award-winning author of On a Sunbeam. That's not anything to do with The Walking Dead, by the way. She's an author for something completely different, and oh goodness. You guys want to hear what Robert Kirkman said? Tilly Walden is the future. Her boldly authentic voice brings new heights to the world of The Walking Dead. Said by Robert Kirkman in The Walking Dead, Invincible. So, we're going to pretend that was never said. But, she fucking sucks. That book, the whole Clementine series, is what made it to where I don't like Season 4 so much. Is Clementine, the character that develops through all of this, is not the same character to me that appears in Season 4 and the Clementine books. Season 4 isn't bad, but it definitely doesn't feel like where I would have thought Clementine would have went. I thought Clementine would have been more of a, I don't know, more of a Lee or a Kenny, but instead she's just Clementine, right? I don't know how to describe it. Obviously, the game is tailored by your decisions, but yeah. Anyways, Eleanor snitched on them. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I know. What a fucking bitch she is. Eleanor sucks. Wish I had been here last time, but I had to work. That's completely okay, Giga Gamer. Don't worry about it. I didn't even know there was Walking Dead comics. Okay. Yeah, that is a better twist, that she survived the car crash, less explosion. Ha ha ha. That's what I was thinking, was that it's better for her to have survived, just because if she died, it would have really felt shoehorned in and not fit with the feeling of The Walking Dead. Robert Kirkman says literally anything to sell his products. I'm not too surprised. I don't know much about Robert Kirkman other than he was one of the original guys who made The Walking Dead. So, I guess that would make sense if he said that. But let me just say, you guys, the Clementine books are not worth paying for. We paid for them because we had just finished The Walking Dead Season 4. We loved playing through the whole series. Even if Season 4 was our least favorite, it wasn't bad. It was still very good. And then we read the Clementine books. We got like 3/4 of the way through that book that I just showed you and decided the Clementine book series is fucking garbage and not worth reading. That looks like all the comments for now. I appreciate everyone who's popped in. We are going to continue the game. But yeah, we have the Clementine books and they suck. They suck fucking snowman
Not everyone
Peters.
here is guilty.
Fern. Is that you, darling?
I'm here, handsome.
Fern and Rufus. What's wrong with him?
Bitten. He's slipping in and out of delirium.
We have to find Ida. We have to find our daughter.
I know, hon.
I know that guy. We had a situation. He's lucky I didn't shoot him.
Looks like his luck just ran out.
Let them have a minute. It's the least we can do.
Y'all get over here. You gotta cut his arm off.
It's too far along. I'm sorry.
Bullshit. It can work. I've seen it.
Do you want his last moments alive to be more painful than they need to be?
I just want to try. I can't lose everyone. Please. I'm begging you. Please.
I'll try. Hand over that axe.
Thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
No!
I told you, he was too far along. The bloodlust didn't help either, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I tried.
So what can I do?
What the?
We're all fucking dead because of you!
Hey, easy.
You blew a hole in our wall! Got my little girl killed! Got my whole fucking family killed! Richmond was fine until your stupid ass showed up. We're dead fucking meat, David. Might as well take out this asshole while I can.
Fern.
Shut up!
Put it down. You don't want to hurt anyone.
Vida was my baby!
Stand down. That's an order.
Kate, no!
Fern, this is all because of me. I caused the explosion. I killed your daughter. Please, forgive me. It's my fault. Please.
This won't bring your daughter back.
No! Fern!
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
My god! Dad!
You're welcome, Javi.
That dead guy!
David, what are you doing?
This isn't right!
David!
Did you really need to break her arm? That wasn't necessary.
Okay? Don't thank me.
No! David!
Gabe! I'm sorry, that was an accident.
You were going to kill her!
She was going for her gun!
Look at her!
Gabe,
She can't even stand up! What the hell is wrong with you?
It was over the line, Gabe. You're right.
Gabe. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you. You know that?
I would like to say right here, David was justified here. You don't want to see if she's going to pull the trigger. I was going to say, okay, David did not need to disarm her and then break her arm. She didn't drop the gun because her arm was broken. He made her drop the gun and then he broke her arm. He could have easily restrained that woman, right? I do not mean to be rude, but David is fucking huge and that girl is a pretty small girl. So I am almost certain that David, after already disarming her, could have put her in an arm pin or something like that. He didn't have to fucking break her arm. That one was a little bit too much, okay? The breaking the arm part. But the disarming, like you said, he was justified in what he did. He did go a little bit overboard with breaking her arm, though. Okay? And then when the girl was reaching for her gun, I also agree that it would have been fine to shoot, because where the shot looked like, it looked like she was reaching for her gun that was right next to her. But when Gabe says, look at her, the gun is all the way in front of her and she's just sitting back there holding onto her arm. I don't know why the shot looked different in two different, shots, two different angles. Maybe it was different guns, maybe it was different people reaching for it, whatever. Yeah, David fucking, he biffed things here, and I want to say that everything up until he shoots Clive, right, which I think his name was Clive, which is the guy that would wear the green hat, and he was the guy that was in charge of, like, the farms or something like that. One of the other people in charge, one of the people who was saying to just let David and his family go. When David killed that guy, David did the first thing, in my opinion, that was just completely unacceptable, right? We know that those people wouldn't have let us get far. But what I think would have happened is the white-haired bitch would have been, let Clive, think that they just let him go, right? That was the deal. They would just let him go. And then, after Clive was satisfied, they would have sent them out to hunt them down, sent out guards to hunt them down or something like that. Clyde's a good name, but is Clint. Oh, it's Clint. That's what it is. I appreciate it. I thought I had it wrong, but Clyde sounded about right to me, so Yeah, I appreciate you telling me, though, but it's Clint. So, thank you. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. But David is going downhill right now. David is going downhill. He's not redeeming himself one bit.
Why the hell are you all looking at me that way?
They're scared, David.
Of what? I'm protecting them.
Why are you pointing a gun at us?
So I'm all alone. Fine then. You people are on your own.
Such an asshole.
Way to throw a fit, David.
I've seen that look in his eyes before. You should go after him.
Well, time to go talk to our weird brother. See, I don't know how to describe how I feel about David. You dislike David, to be honest. How about you? Man, that's one of the things that I gotta say is hard for me to pinpoint how I feel about him. I don't hate David. I don't. I don't think that he's a bad character. I think that he was well written. I think that he is a jerk and a douchebag. But is he evil or is he a bad guy? No, I don't think he's evil, a bad guy. I don't think he has bad intentions. I think that everything he's doing is exactly what he says he's doing. Is he's trying to keep everyone safe, is what he thinks he's doing. Like, that's the most important thing to think about, is not what he's doing, but what he thinks he's doing. And he thinks that he is protecting his family. He thinks that getting rid of every single thing that's even possibly a threat. He doesn't let the threats become apparent first. Right? Like, if there's a stranger walking around outside your house, a lot of people think that, you fucking get rid of that person. People don't need to be on your private property, right? David is definitely shooting the person that's just peeking around their property, you know? Some people, which, when it comes to certain things, I think it's more important to let them show you their danger first. Honestly, if someone's walking around your property, you shoot them. If you don't want them there, they're inside your safe zone. I'm not saying that you shouldn't shoot someone who's on your property. But what I am saying is that, what if it was your kids outside sneaking around, right? Like, they snuck out of the house to go play at the park or something when it's the middle of the night and you hear someone out there and you just pop off and boom, you shot your fucking kid because you were shooting the threat before you realized what the threat was, right? It's important to know what you're shooting at, and that was practically the entire point. David just shoots because he sees it as a danger but doesn't identify the danger. That makes sense. I have an epic question for you. What is it, Xyzldtn? Xyzldtn. Do I think that Carver would beat Lee overall? There's no way in hell Carver would beat Lee. I would say Carver couldn't even beat Kenny. Like, honestly, the only reason that things went the way they did with Kenny was in Season 2 when Carver beats the shit out of Kenny, is because Kenny was taking what punishment Clementine would have gotten that Kenny believed, which is why he takes the walkie-talkie from your hand. I can explain he can beat. I don't know what you mean. But I'm definitely not going to stick around on the pause thing while you explain it. But I will respond to it once we get to the next breaking point. Don't take that as me saying I'll ignore your comment. That's just me saying I don't want to sit and wait for an entire long explanation to be out. But, yeah, we also have to think about the fact that Lee is the guy that's able to get his arm chopped off without any medicine or anything like that, and just fucking perseveres through everything. He climbs up buildings. He has to climb up that entire tower well with one arm, and he does it in the first season, you know, the last episode when you're trying to find Clementine. But yeah, I'll read your explanation once we're done with this. But no, Carver could not beat Lee, and Carver could not beat Kenny either. Carver just had the people. He had the home advantage, and Carver also had weapons. Kenny was kind of just stuck there. So yeah, We'll continue. I'll read comments at the next break. Sorry, everyone, I went off on that for a long time. Lee is my favorite, by the way. Kenny's my second favorite.
What are you doing? That's a long way down. You'll fall fast, but you'll fall all the same.
Come over here. Or are you afraid of me too? I know the rest of them are. Right?
I won't lie to you, man. You have been acting pretty scary.
So you are afraid of me?
You brought it on yourself, David.
My wife, Javi. My son. They look at me differently.
Maybe you're seeing them differently.
I want to show you something. Stand with me.
Why the hell are you smiling?
See that sewer line over there? Perfect placement for a trench. That hill about 100 paces west of it. A sniper's wildest dream come true. I'm a soldier, Javi. I see this landscape like a painter sees a blank canvas. Like how you used to see a baseball diamond. I'm a soldier. This makes sense to me. I was made for this. I thrive in this.
Maybe it's crazy. But sometimes crazy things make sense. If only a little.
I'm surprised you understand. A soldier isn't a husband. Or a father. A soldier is a soldier. Nothing else. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Call yourself whatever you want. I still see you as my brother.
That is kind of you to say, Javi. I wish I had your heart sometimes. I want to change, Javi. I always have.
Really? All you ever tried to do was get me to change.
Only because I couldn't bring myself to do it first. It's the one war I could never win. And I'm wondering why. Is it because I don't know how? Or because it's impossible to change who you really are?
There's a way. There always is. No matter how lost you are. You just have to keep looking until you find it.
Looks pretty messy.
For now.
Maybe you're right.
Maybe.
Just gotta live long enough to find out.
Just like with anything else. I did what you asked.
You did. Thanks for that.
So now, will you step back?
Sure.
I found them! They're up here! Be careful, Javi. I ran into...
He was still outside when we checked on the entrances.
The muertos were everywhere. We got him inside just in time. So we let him in.
Thank God you're okay, man. I was worried. Trip. About earlier.
Yeah, about that. I ain't gonna punch you in the teeth. Though, I got every right.
Really? Figured you'd put up a little bit of a fight.
Oh, I'd love nothing more, but... I just... can't shake this slippery feeling I got. Like I'm... standing in shoes that don't quite fit. You picked me to die, and... someone else did instead. Ain't sitting right. Not one bit.
I knew she wouldn't shoot you. I knew she was gonna shoot Ava instead.
Don't bullshit a bullshitter, partner. I ain't gonna ask why you picked Ava. After Eleanor, I'm done trying to sort out what's in other people's hearts. Let's just figure out this shit before more piles on.
There's so many. They're pouring in.
It's even worse than you think. The streets are overrun. Nowhere to go except inside the buildings, and those smelly fuckers are beating down every door. We're sitting goddamn ducks here. Everyone in town is.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck have we done?
So what do we do? I don't want to die up here.
None of us do, Gabe.
Stabilize the city. Figure out how to make it safer for everyone.
I saw construction vehicles when we got the armored truck. We can use those to stop the Muertos, seal the breach, and save Richmond.
That's over by the motor pool at the water tower. We could use the highway overpass to get to the water tower.
I only pause it here because they completely switched from their conversation between Javi and David. So we're going to go over what Mikas Lu says. Carver has more experience. This is in regards to Lee versus Carver. Carver has more experience, IQ, and durability. He got shot in the ear and just shrugs it off, and got shot in the leg, but he didn't scream like others. And he punched Kenny a lot without breaking a sweat. Okay, so the experience... Lee didn't survive a full year in the zombie apocalypse. Carver has been out there for at least 2 years, right, at the time that we see Carver, okay? So if we had... think about how Kenny was when he first started versus what Kenny became. Kenny was just a commercial fisherman, right? Lee was a school teacher who got convicted of murder, right? I don't remember what Carver did, but I think they said something about Carver just being a regular guy. I think that you can have a conversation with them when you sit down and talk with them as Clementine in Season 2, but I don't remember. Don't quote me on that. But, that's about the experience that you were talking about, right? Lee didn't live long enough to get more experience. And the reason Lee didn't live long enough was because of Clementine, right? Lee is just such a good individual that he went to the effort of trying to find Clementine and got bit in the process, right? He sees that she's gone, then he sees what looks like a walkie-talkie, picks it up, gets bit, right? Then Lee can get his arm chopped off, or he can leave his arm. If you chop off his arm, Lee sits through getting his arm chopped off and then goes the entire rest of the game, the episode, which is, the rest of the day, with his arm like that. Lee didn't bleed out. Lee didn't just keel over and die. And then you have to think about the fact that Lee makes it all the way to the final guy that had Clementine. And even though that final guy who had Clementine was, fit, not like he was a good shape, big fucking dude, but Lee missing an arm or delirious from being bitten still wins in that fight, in that altercation, with the only help coming from Clementine, who can either shoot him or knock him over the head with a vase, right? We have to think about the fact that Lee comes out on top no matter what it is. Obviously, Lee has, plot armor is what it's called, but that counts for a lot. It really does, because those random people, those survivors that you see, like when you're watching The Walking Dead, if you think back to Season 3, when Rick and Michonne are driving on the road and there's that one dude who's saying, wait, he's got his all fucking camping gear on, he's got his high visibility vest on, and he goes after them, and then when they come back and see him, he still catches up to them, and they leave again, and they see the guy dead, walking around as a zombie. That guy obviously didn't have plot armor, but who's to know that guy wasn't some fucking crazy kung fu master, like the dude that taught Morgan in The Walking Dead. Like, that guy was just out living in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, right? And that guy was still some fucking kung fu master who was able to kill zombies with a fucking bow staff, when there's people who die and lose against zombies when they have full-on machine guns, right? We don't know exactly how Lee could have turned out, but Lee didn't have enough experience. Sorry. And then the IQ thing. I think IQ is the stupidest thing that anyone can ever say. IQ is a very arbitrary test. What it's trying to test for is pattern recognition. IQ does not mean how smart you are. It means how quick you are to pick up on a pattern. Right? If you've ever done an IQ test, what it is it tries to get you to find the similarities between things, which is, again, in your brain. That's your pattern recognition. The same sort of thing that could see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, then you can probably guess what the pattern is with those numbers, right? LOL, Georgian bank robber says. you just have to think about what IQ actually is, right? A lot of people throw IQ around like it means you're smart. IQ has nothing to do with your intelligence. It has to do with your pattern recognition, which does kind of equate to smarts, because a person with a higher IQ is probably going to learn something a lot faster than a person with a low IQ. But a person with a low IQ can still figure out a situation that a person with a high IQ couldn't figure out, right? Like, IQ is not telling you how smart you are. It's your pattern recognition. So the IQ doesn't count for shit when it comes to this Lee versus Carver. And durability. He got shot in the ear and just shrugged it off. If you have ever been hit in your ear is one of the least painful places to get hit, right? Like, I don't mean if someone hits you and then hits your ear and then hits your head behind it. But if you've ever had your ears pierced, right, you know that your ear hurts, but it doesn't hurt for very long. Your ear gets hot. That's what happens with your ear. Your ear doesn't have a shit ton of pain receptors like everything else does. And again, I want to point out that Lee had his entire ass arm chopped off, survived for the entire rest of the day, doing things that other people couldn't do. Lee crossed a ladder that was being, that was sideways to cross the fucking bridge, to cross the gap between the bell tower and the building they were on top of. Lee climbs across that, rings the fucking bell, one-armed, right? And still cross the ladder, and then he runs and jumps across using one arm to just fucking, just using one arm to be able to, grab on once he gets to the other side. Carver, I couldn't see doing that. Like, that shows Lee has 1,000,000 times more durability. And we also have to think about the fact that Lee hits his head like 20 fucking times throughout the first season. One of the things that Lee does every single time he goes somewhere is hits his head on something. And Lee still comes out and he talks normal. Lee is more durable than any of the other characters except maybe Kenny. I would give Kenny a higher durability than Lee. But Lee is definitely higher than Carver. Carver is just a fucking petty man who was given a position of power because people are scared of him. Carver couldn't fucking win. If all of his people decided we don't like Carver and threw over Carver, Carver wouldn't be able to do shit. Think about all the people you saw Carver kill. All the people that Carver fought. Just think about, what did they all have in common, right? He goes and attacks, what's it called? He tries to attack the people that are living in the house where Clementine first meets them. Okay, he wasn't expecting to find them, so he didn't bring any force. He also didn't see the people he was looking for. Otherwise, that could have made things different, right? Then we see him beat the shit out of Kenny. We see him tell the dad to slap Sarah. We see him, he can kill Alvin. Long story short, every single person he kills was not in a fair fight. And when he does get into a semi-fair fight with Kenny, and Kenny still beats the fuck out of him after being beaten this close to death, Kenny still wins, right? And we've seen Kenny and Lee fight at multiple points. Again, this was before the experience kicks in, but Lee still beat Kenny. I mean, obviously, Lee can lose. That's one of the things that changes with the Telltale games, is there's not a canonical strength. But what we do know is there is a maximum and a minimum. We can watch Lee get knocked out by some stupid shit, like a single blow to the face if you don't spam your buttons, and Kenny will beat the fuck out of you, right? Or you spam your buttons and push your button prompts, and Lee is this fucking badass who dodges every single attack and hits, whoever he's attacking. Like, Carver doesn't have shit on Lee. Carver is a very weak, worthless dude. He's not like some cool badass. He just has a gruff voice and a fucking puffy coat. I just want to see if there's anything more. He got shot in the leg and he didn't scream like others. And he punched Kenny a lot without breaking a sweat. But you have to think about the fact that Kenny still came out of that entire situation alive and not brain damaged. I mean, maybe Kenny got some brain damage and that's why he becomes so erratic towards the end of that season. But in season 3, when we get the flashbacks of Kenny, Kenny's not erratic. Kenny's just a dad to Clementine and AJ, right? Carver couldn't even fucking break Kenny, right? Let's see. A few shot Carlos to the ground, so Carver has strength, but to back it up, he has more battle IQ too. But of course, it'd be a tough battle versus not starved healthy Lee. It's no fucking competition. Carver is not smart. Carver is not cunning. Carver is scary. Carver is... The whole reason all the people kept running from Carver was because they were scared of him, right? Like, I don't know. Carver, I don't even think it's a competition because Carver would lose so badly against Lee. It's not even funny. And I could go on for a long time talking about all the things that Lee has done. I mean, you see him get into a fucking car crash with his leg damn near broken or at the very least bleeding and severely damaged. Goes through, shoots the fucking police officer, gets out of there, hops the fence, fights his first zombie inside of a house, and then he's still able to fight the zombie off and grab the hammer from Clementine all at the same time. And right after this, you can either hang out at the house for, you know, until nighttime, or you can go during the day. But if we just assume that Lee goes during the day, he gets into a car crash, runs away from zombies, kills a zombie right after being attacked, and he hits his head at least twice during the entire house scene, and still doesn't die, then helps them push a fucking car out of the way when he's with Clementine. I don't know, man. Lee's feats are crazy. Yeah, Lee's feats are fucking crazy. Lee is beating Carver 100%. Like, I did read everything that you said, and I'm very sorry to be the kind of person to say invalid argument, but the IQ, I explained why I feel the way I do about IQ, so that one I'm just going to disregard. And even if we do talk about that, Lee has found himself out of some pretty crazy situations. I mean, like, if you think about how silly it is, even though, you know, there's... If you go to someone's house and you see there's a doggy door, are you going to think to go dig up the doggy, take the fucking collar thing, and then use that to get through? A lot of the things that Lee did, he needed Clementine's help, but I think that just goes to show that Lee is so cool because he can use a child's help. Okay, but what about Rick versus Lee? That one is a little bit different. Fuck, man. I like Lee way more as a character, but I would honestly say Rick would probably win. I mean, Rick is ex-sheriff, right? Sheriff's deputy. He knows he's been through a couple of things, right? And let's just assume it's as far into the apocalypse as they got. Let's just say from the Walking Dead show, Rick up to the CDC, right? And Lee up to the house in wherever the fuck they were, Macon, I think, right? Rick has fought against, I guess there is no people Rick's fought against at that point. There's the people that take the gun bags in the street. I'm sorry, I've really been yapping on this for so long. If you guys are interested, I will talk about it more, but if you're not, I can get back to the game. I'll finish what I'm saying, I'll get back to the game, and then we'll see once we get to the next breaking point. Sorry it took so long. That senator... Yeah, you're right. Lee did kill the senator. Yeah. That was Lee's only kill other than the bandits and the St. John's, right? So Lee killed those people by that time. Rick, by the time he's went to the CDC, he was in Atlanta, found his family, and really they went from their camping spot to the CDC. So... honestly, if we put it at that timeline, I think Lee would win. But let's just say for some reason that Lee survived, right? Him, Kenny, and Clementine got their entire plan to go onto the boat, right? I think that if it went further than that first year of the zombie apocalypse, I do think Rick would win. But if it was just that first year, I think Lee's got it in the bag. So... because once Rick gets to Herschel's farm, I mean, he's fought, not once he gets to Herschel's farm, but the end of Season 2, where they leave Herschel's farm. But the entire series of events that happens in Season 2, a.k.a. the farm, right? Rick fights Shane, he fights those people in the bar, he fucking had to execute a kid that ended up being I don't know. I don't know how to describe it very well. But Rick's killed quite a few more people and has gotten a bunch more battle experience in that time. And this is all coming from already being a police officer. From already being that. Alright, that was me talking way too long. Lee wins if it's the first year. Rick wins if it's past the first year. Alright, we'll continue. I'll stop yapping. So sorry, everyone.
Come on. Let's jump. Come on. It's an easy jump.
Dude, I wouldn't fucking trust that.
Keep your eyes open, stay aware of your surroundings. All of you. Let's move out. When we found Kate earlier, she walked right past me, like she didn't even know who I was. Right past me, and right towards you. Why was that? Just wondering.
You really want to know? Then ask her.
She won't even make eye contact with me. We need to be careful up here, or else the exact same thing will happen to us. Stay sharp, and do not fire your guns. We're gonna be fine. That guy was all alone. We're not.
Man, walking across that little sign as a bridge, man, that would be, that wouldn't be fine by me. I understand if you have to, but I would totally try and find another way up there. Which, looking at it, there wasn't another way up there, so I'd be forced up it anyways, but, yeah.
Everyone hold back. Let Javi and I clear out these walkers. Good to go. Let's move.
Just imagine Javi with a fucking longsword, dude. And I don't know why, but I feel like it wouldn't be so hard to clear out, like, a semi-large amount of zombies as long as they're thinned out. Like, I've never hit a person in the head with a baseball bat, right? So I don't know how much it takes out of you. But I know that when you're swinging a baseball bat, most people can swing it pretty fucking hard, like 5 to 8 times, before being like, okay, yeah, I'm a little bit sore, right? So if you just assume that two people could take out 10 zombies easily, and those last ones would be the ones that would be the issue. But whenever it's more than 3 zombies, the people usually seem to be a bit more worried about it. I don't know. I've never fought a zombie, of course, but I don't know. I feel like they could take out zombies so much easier than they already do. And imagine how amazing riot shields would be. They had like a little stabby thing that just poked through, so you could see through a visor and you could just stab through it. You know, because the zombie isn't going to try and go around your shield. The zombie's going to go directly to your shield and put its head right here while trying to get you. So if you had a shield and something you could stab through with, the zombie's not fucking getting you. And another thing that people don't ever talk about, I read this in a book, right? I know, it's crazy. I've read a book before. But there's this weird-ass zombie apocalypse book that I had read when I was in high school. And guys, that was the cringiest thing I ever fucking read. There's one scene in there where this kid and his uncle, or maybe it's his dad, they're going through the forest hunting, right? And they see these dudes spin-kicking zombies. It literally describes a guy jumping up, doing a 360 spin and kicking the zombie and laughing about it. And the kid that's, you know, the main character of the book is crying because it's so inhumane. Like, kill them. It's like they're torturing animals. I don't understand why it's an issue to spin-kick zombies. But to my brother, I always tell him, they're spin-kicking zombies! And it's just so funny to us. It's stupid. That and the song Pink Hearts by Hawthorne Heights. That song is so gay, it's not even funny. And Hawthorne Heights is pretty decent for being a middle school emo band. Yeah. Another thing that book had, though, that I think was very, very interesting was carpet armor. Right? It's just clothing made out of carpet, right? Which book? I don't fucking know what the book was called, man. Otherwise, I would tell you. But it was a zombie apocalypse book, and I don't remember what it's called. I'll ask my brother later and see if he knows. But, yeah, makes me wonder now. I don't know what book it is. I definitely kind of went off track, because now I'm thinking about it. I was thinking about another book that I read that I've never seen anyone talk about anywhere that was so good when I was in like 4th grade. It's called The Clockwork 3. That book, I loved it so much when I was little. I tried seeing if I could get it, but I was, you know, like 10, so I didn't have a way to get it. And yeah, that's one book that always stuck with me. But the carpet armor, I'm sorry, I went completely off track with that. But carpet armor, just fucking imagine how good that is. You know, carpet's fucking thick, right? So if you're in a snowy area and you make yourself an entire fucking poncho out of carpet, dude, the zombies aren't biting through that. That's like fucking insulated chainmail. Like, Apocalypse Z, that... Let me take a peek. I'm so sorry to do this while we're in the middle, but Apocalypse Z sounds familiar. Oh, fuck. Apocalypse Z, typing it in. Oh, man. So, our phone doesn't like to connect to the Wi-Fi. Okay, I'll just look later, and if you're in the Discord, I'll talk to you about it. But if not, Apocalypse Z, let's just say that that sounds about right. It sounds really stupid name, but yeah, that sounds pretty familiar. The carpet armor, guys. I know that sounds so stupid that I keep talking about that, but that is such an underutilized idea in zombie media, and you gotta think about how good that would be. Like, carpet is thick. Carpet has like a weird little like plastic type weird, it's got something at the bottom that keeps it rigid, and that stuff is really thick, but it's like fibers with something mixed into it. I don't know, but carpet armor, keep that one on your itinerary. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Apocalypse Z sounds about right, but we're gonna continue with this. I'm sorry I yap so much, but I enjoy talking sometimes. So thank you everyone who sticks around and listens,
when I was little,
even when I'm yapping
Dad used to
annoyingly.
ask me what I wanted to be
Thank
when I
you.
was a man. And I pointed him. He always liked that. I thought he was such a great guy. It would always make him smile.
David may not be perfect, but he's not the worst role model in the world.
Maybe.
I honestly thought Kate was going to be, like, devastated and mopey through the
Be like
entire
your uncle.
rest of the thing.
He told me that all the time. Don't be a man who relies on other people to solve your problems. Because then you're not a man at all. I used to think he was right. Not anymore, though, Javi. I can only hope I grow up to be like you.
That's sweet.
So?
Oh, well, thanks, buddy. It means a lot.
I'm sorry I never really said it before. I should have.
Really, thanks a million.
You're welcome, a million. You took such good care of me. Now we need to take care of Dad. He's the one that needs our help.
We're gonna have to go around the side.
There's barely any room.
Well, no time to waste. Come on.
You know, I didn't think there was much that could scare me anymore.
Guys, I'm so sorry to pause it right there, but I have to say real quick, why couldn't they just climb over the truck? I mean, they
More.
I need to shut up.
And yet, here we are. Just goes to show you.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Life is full of surprise.
Fear is the coffee of emotions. That wakes you up, keeps you sharp. Can be your friend if you let it.
Take my hand, man!
Thanks, Trip. That was...
Shit my nuts! Ah, fuck you, fuckstick! Son of a goddamn! This ain't nothing. Once we're back on the ground, That's when this shit's really gonna get scary. Got a bad feeling. Good lord. It's nasty down there.
You just saved my life. I mean, thanks, Trip. I'm glad you have my back.
Lucky catch. That's all.
I'm so sorry. I mean, honestly, people don't always make smart choices sometimes. I don't know what that was said in regards to, like, maybe that was just something that I said, or maybe it was something the game said, but I do agree that people don't always make smart choices. I was going to say, that's how you have a lot of happy little accidents that become paintings. Why didn't they just climb over it? Because we saw that car was an issue, right? So what they could have done is they could have used Trip or Javi, Trip probably, because Trip's fucking huge, and, you know, lifted everyone up one by one. Then, totally, David and Javi together could totally help Trip up over the vehicle. And they just climbed down on the other side. Instead of going past that sketchy-ass fucking car. Like, I don't know, man. But hey, we got Trip. Oh, now this is uncomfortable.
We have to get across.
I know Gabe doesn't see it, but David really is trying to look out for him. He's not doing the best job, but no one gives you a rule book to raise a kid.
And they sure as shit don't.
There's just one thing I don't get, though. Did David really think he was helping AJ by letting him go? Why did he stop guarding him?
Maybe you should ask him that. It might be that he just didn't care. Not everyone's like you, Clem. Not everyone wants to take care of a baby.
I guess not, but after you put in all that work, so much of your heart...
AJ was a brat. He lived with me after we kicked you out, Clem. I'd already raised 2 kids. Thought it'd be a piece of cake. Not with that tyrant.
Is that why you gave him away?
We had a bad winter. Destroyed every crop we had. I couldn't leave Richmond. And AJ couldn't stay in Richmond. I gave AJ to Lingard and told him to do whatever he had to save his life. I miss that brat. Never asked Lingard about it again.
Well, sounds like it was your only option. You did the right thing.
I hope so. I think about it. Every day. It wasn't easy, Clem. Remember, far as I knew, I'd already lost 2 children. Wasn't any easier with number 3.
It's never easy.
I'm gonna keep you alive. Keep all of us alive. And hope that that's enough. Enough for atonement.
He was a brat, huh? A goofy little brat. You were trying to take care of him. Sometimes that's not so easy. Reminds me of someone who did the same thing for me. You did the right thing.
I think that right there she was talking about Kenny trying to give Clementine and AJ to... What's that town that they were at? Not Prescott. Damn, dude. I really don't remember. Like New Haven or something like that. But whatever the snowy place that Kenny and Clementine left. Kenny tried to put her in there so that way she would be safe. And for anyone that doesn't understand what David is saying that when he took AJ from Clementine and sent Clementine on her own, David had raised AJ. He raised AJ like his own kid. Until one winter where all the crops died and went bad, right? So they didn't have the food. Instead of having his kid and keeping him, instead of watching him die from starving, he gave him to Lingard, which was the doctor that decided to have us kill him, so that way he could overdose and not have to deal with everything. That's who Dr. Lingard is. that guy apparently gave AJ to, like, a farm or something that is up the road a ways. I don't remember exactly where it's supposed to be, but it's not super far from here. And I think our game can end in 2 different places, one of which is the farm. And, Georgian bank robber reminds me it's called Wellington. That was the place that, Kenny had tried to leave Clementine. Thank you, I appreciate it, Georgian bank robber. But I believe that that's what she's talking about. That's the only thing that I can think of that's even remotely similar, is, like, you know, giving them away so that way they would be okay, right? That's essentially what Kenny did for Clementine. So, just wanted to explain that. Sorry, we'll continue now.
Holy shit. Chopped right in half. No way we're jumping across that.
Hi, Jared. I appreciate you popping in, man. And, you're leaving now, but hi. Well, I appreciate you saying hi, and enjoy your day. Your little baby making noises. But yeah, bye, Jared. Hi, Jared. Hi, baby.
The hell happened here?
You're not thinking...
It's that or go back.
We should go lightest to heaviest. That way it won't break on the first swing.
I'll go first, Clem.
So right now, Ivan's mama is going to go make him a bottle. So that means we get to hang out with Baby. We'll play the game, but I want to show him off because he's pretty friggin' cute. He's a little wiggly thing, and he likes to smile a lot. But yeah. That there's a tiny little wiggle boy. And he loves chords. So just wanted to introduce him. He's going to be here messing with the controller, so if you hear the microphone unplug, just know that he unplugged it. I will be muted, but we're going to keep playing.
Get a long run up, but not too long. If you take too many quick steps, you'll propel yourself upward instead of out.
David, he's got this.
She's right. I do.
Come on, Clem. Your turn.
For the record, I do not trust this thing. Not at all. It's one thing for the kids to swing across, but us?
You've got this. I've seen you do things that are way scarier.
Okay. I can do it.
I would like to point out that Kate just swung across that by her frigging fingertips, right? Kate's fucking fingertips. Dude, if I was on that thing, I would be fucking grabbing onto that thing for dear life. Man, that is quite a risk, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, Georgian bank robber says hello to Ivan. I gave you a wave, but you didn't seem to care. But, that is quite a risk, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I do agree that it was the only way to get across, but she didn't have to use her fingertips only. Because, I mean, her fucking foot catches something, she's not going with that wing, she's fucking, you know, stopping right there and falling off. And that doesn't sound very good to me. Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
All right, David, you're up.
You're the little brother. You should go first. Oh, you're definitely lighter.
Aw, come on, you know the drill. Age before beauty.
You fucker.
Mama's back. What, sweetie? Okay. Alright, thanks, sweetie. Well, baby goes away for now. I'll be the one hanging out with him after I'm done streaming, but Michaela's nice enough to take care of him while I'm doing this. So, yeah, I appreciate everyone who's hanging out here, by the way. Next should be Trip, because we know that Javi can't die. He's got that main character syndrome. And that's what I meant to say earlier. What I meant to say earlier was that car right there, they should have just pushed it until it fell down. Like, if it's unsafe with it right there, but it's safe with it gone, I understand maybe it'll bring the bridge crumbling down, but I really don't think that the bridge was going to crumble because of that car being pushed off. As we just saw that it didn't. It didn't even bring rocks with it, which, I mean, I understand the game has to be individually animated. Like, it's not going to automatically bring rocks off on it when they animate just the car falling down. So I understand that maybe in real life it would be different, but if the bridge was meant to break right there, it would have broken right there. So obviously it didn't break. They should just push the car down. They got some big fucking guys. You just push that. I don't know. Maybe I don't understand how dangerous it is to push cars off of a bridge. But any of you pushing cars off a bridge experts out there, please tell me. Would it be more dangerous than I think?
You don't have to.
Just go before I throw you across.
Did Javi not fucking listen to David?
Javi!
Javi! Hang on!
Look at that Sandy right there. But hey, at least there's water below him. I don't know how deep it is. Maybe it's a pond. But all I know is all you need to do is land in 1 pixel of water and you don't take any fall damage. Just remember that, guys.
Come on, man! Come on! Trip!
It's all right, y'all.
Shit. We should go back for him.
How? Don't be fucking thick. I can handle this.
Oh, shit.
Trip!
Don't give up!
Oh my god.
We gotta try. We can't just leave him.
Y'all head out now. I don't want you seeing this.
None!
Motherfucker!
Trip! No!
Ah!
Trip still may survive.
Fighting.
We assume that he didn't.
I do too.
But any piece of media
friend,
that doesn't show you specifically the person dying leaves the possibility for them to be alive. But if it looks down and we see him just on the ground twitching, there's probably an issue. But you know, Trip totally could have fucking hopped in the back of that truck.
We're almost there.
Like, honestly, the zombies couldn't have climbed up in there. That was a very unnecessary death for sure. Either way, we continue along the way. Went out like a hero. 07. Quick time events are too easy in Season 3. Okay, so I do agree with that, except for when it pops up behind my fucking face. So, what you guys see on the screen with my face being right here where my face is, that's exactly what my screen looks like for me. Exactly what my screen looks like for me.
Track the herd.
So, sometimes I can't see it.
We need to get down there.
And I wouldn't say the quick time events are too easy. I'd say that
It's not like we can
if
just
they were
ask all those
hard, that
walkers to
would
move
suck.
out of the way.
How about we make some noise and distract them? We could use that generator.
That's a great idea, Gabe. When'd you get
But
so
how do we get
smart,
down
Gabe?
there?
You really aren't the same kid I remember. I'm impressed, really.
Oh. Thanks, Dad.
We still gotta get to the generator somehow.
Cut a walker open and cover yourself with its guts. Then you can slip right through them.
What?
Ugh. Please tell me you're kidding. I said please.
So, who's gonna do it? You know, you do kinda owe me one. You let Conrad use me as trade. That wasn't very polite.
If it makes us even.
Look, it smells really bad.
Wait a second, what happened to Conrad? I just now realized what happened to him. Trying to pull up the live chat. Oh, there we go. Characters in this game barely acknowledge deaths. That is true. So, let me just tell you guys what I was doing. Right now, we're about to come upon a moment where there's the possibility of getting talked to by a zombie. A zombie straight up grabs you, talks to you, Javi's like, what the fuck, and then gets eaten. I wanted to know how to trigger it, so I was trying to look it up. But since our phone is being pretty slow, our phone being mine and Michaela's, being so fucking slow, I can't look it up and figure it out. But let me just tell you, I encourage you look up someone who did do it, because it's pretty interesting. But it's actually in the game. Like it's not a
way
mod or
worse than you
anything.
think.
Yeah, they do hardly fucking acknowledge deaths. I don't know why.
You'll do.
Okay, so if you do know how to do it,
okay,
let me know, because I know that it's a way you die. Like, let's say you're trying to walk through a horde, you go and interact with the zombie that, you know, you just turn around and walk towards the zombies that are trying to attack you.
I'm gonna be sick.
Not to the generator. We'll try that, because I feel like anyone might want to see it, but I'm going to stay muted so that way I don't talk over it. We're going to try and get that.
Is that why you smell so bad? Okay, that better be enough.
Well, that sure as hell wasn't it. I want to know, we have 8 people in the chat right now. That's very good. I appreciate everyone who's here right now. I want to know how important seeing that is to people. Because if someone is interested, I will get it looked up right now, and I will make sure that we do it. But if you guys aren't interested, we'll just get through the episode. So, I'll let someone talk real quick while I grab the phone. Let me look. Okay, I'll let you look real quick, Georgian Bank Robber. And instead, we'll look at comments about the characters hardly acknowledging deaths. I really don't understand why they hardly acknowledge the deaths. I feel like the deaths of the characters are the entire thing that drives the story forward, if that makes sense. The reason we did that was just so that we wouldn't have to sit through that waiting time once we know what we're supposed to do. Pardon me. right now we have Georgian bank robber. He's looking up right now to see what we do to trigger the zombie Easter egg. And in the meantime, we're chatting. Turn back and walk towards the crane / metal structure.
This sucks.
Okay.
This sucks. Do you just literally eat shit all day long?
Thank you.
Is that why you smell so bad? Okay. That better be enough.
Okay, so definitely let me walk back there.
Grady standard. Exemplary human being. Standard of excellence, I always like to say. And what beautiful golden hair.
Thank you so much for looking it up. But right there, we did it. We saw it. That was pretty great.
This sucks.
We don't have to see it again, but I didn't realize that's how you triggered it. So thank you. That was awesome for you to look it up, Georgian bank robber. I'm pretty happy to have seen that now. I've seen it in videos, but I've never done it myself. But there we go. I just did it myself. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was pretty fucking fantastic. It's a zombie that talked with us. But I don't know who the fuck's voice that was. No problem, man. I really do appreciate it. But I wonder whose voice actor that was. What did I do wrong there? What did I do wrong there? I didn't do anything wrong. But the zombies, they always look at you. Like, the zombies apparently do think. Like, they have thoughts, right? The zombies are all like, no. You seem cool, man. Okay, so the zombie with the bandana just walked behind us. What the hell? Why did it do it again? Dude. I'm so sorry that you guys have to sit and watch me die to zombies over and over again. Maybe I'll just try walking differently. Alright, Javi, I don't need to watch your friggin' surprised Pikachu face every fucking time.
You did it, Javi.
Barely.
Now that we're here, we gotta find something to seal the breach with. All we need is the right vehicle. Oh, that's not gonna do the job, man.
Yes, it is.
What are you doing?
The right thing. I'm leaving. We're all leaving.
What? And going where? You saw it yourself. We're surrounded by the herd.
I'm taking my family out of here. You helped keep them safe, Clem. You're coming too. Let's go. Everyone. We can't wait around.
This is bullshit, David.
We can't split up. We're dead if we do.
Then we don't split up. We protect each other like family.
This all started the day we knocked on Richmond's door. We brought this on these people, all of us. We can't abandon them. Not after what we've done.
We're going home, Kate.
Kate and everyone is failing to acknowledge David was one of the good guys here. David wasn't part of what made Richmond so bad, right? So while this is essentially David's problem, they keep talking about David like he hasn't been here working with everyone, taking care of people for a long while. I don't know. I just feel like they're disregarding it too much because, like, David knows these people. He's known them for years, right? He's been there with them. He's worked with them. He's told them what to do. He's eaten with them. Like, I don't know. They're just not putting enough
back to the last place we were family.
There.
We're starting over. We're all together again. Finally. It's time. All of us. A new day, a new life.
But what about here, man? Make Richmond our new home.
Richmond is gone, Javi. I'm not gonna let the people I love die trying to save a dead dream.
I'll go with you, Dad.
Gabe!
He's my father, Clem. I'm sorry, but you really wouldn't understand.
Think this over, buddy.
That was a dick move by Gabe. That was a dick move. You wouldn't understand, Clem. It's like... Oh, man, I don't know. It's like going up to a fucking orphan, you know? And being like, yeah, my family's coming over for Christmas. I know you don't understand, but it's actually a really fun time. It's like, you're a piece of shit for saying that. And I don't know. That was just comically rude.
Is this what you really want?
I know it's scary out there, but I have to.
You don't have to be afraid, Gabe. I won't let what happened to Mariana happen to you. You have my word. I will protect you the right way.
Don't you dare say her name. Your men killed her, which means you killed her.
Javi, just... stop. This is what I want.
I understand, Gabe. I'm still going back. I won't be able to live with myself if I don't try to help the people in Richmond.
You won't be able to live at all if you do that. Richmond is compromised. It doesn't matter if there were 5 of us trying to save it or 500. We'd all die. I know a losing battle when I see one. We're moving out. Everybody get in. That's an order.
How fucking dare you? What will it take, David? What will it take to show you that you do not get to do that? We are not your soldiers. Run away home. Be a deserter. I am done with you. I can't believe I ever loved you. I can't believe I ever loved either of you.
Javi, what the hell is she talking about?
That right there is normally where she would go to us and be like, I'm so glad I have you, or something along those lines, right? But since we didn't show any affection for Kate, this is what's happening.
Javi! I never acted inappropriately. I could have. I didn't. The end.
How much of a fucking idiot do you think I am, Javi? I should have known. I should have known the night Pa died. The night you weren't there. Blood is worthless to you. Just like he was to you. Just like I am to you. Well, it's time for you to finally learn what blood really means.
David!
Dad! What do you have to say for yourself, brother?
David!
I love you. No. No, you don't get to say that!
Jesus Christ, stop!
How fucking dare you!
That's enough!
I love you! No! Stop saying that! Dad, no!
Gabe!
Oh my god!
You're not taking my family from me!
David, no!
I'm gonna fucking kill you! I love you, brother. No!
Holy shit!
Most peak scene of the season, I agree. So, that right there was me trying to prove to myself, or anyone who may have been curious, there is no way to get around Kate and Javi's relationship. You can deny it, you can do everything against it, which is what I did. Every single moment that we had that it came to being friends with Kate or being lovers with Kate, we were always friends with her. We hardcore friend zoned her, right? And yet he still thinks something happens. And I can say with certainty that all the old streams are there. Nothing ever happened between them. And the fight still happens. So no matter what, the best option to do is go with Kate. That moment was so deep. I do agree that that was a pretty good moment. I think that there's a big difference between letting yourself get beat the fuck out of, and there's a difference between fighting back. Like, you can restrain someone, you can dodge their attacks, you can do everything except hit them if you don't want to fight them, right? Dodging and restraining is not the same as fighting. And Javi was just sitting there getting wailed on. He let himself get hit in the head with a fucking wrench when Javi could have at least tried to move. Not necessarily fight back, but move. And that was just really unintelligent on Javi's part. So, yeah, that's about it. But hey, we'll continue. I see zombies now.
Javi!
I also have to point out that Javi is, what's it called? Still standing after all of that. And doing good.
David! What the hell is he doing?
And there they go.
David took him. We can't wait any longer. We have to go help Richmond. I'm getting on that bulldozer.
But Gabe!
Gabe wanted to go. He did. We all heard it.
You're right.
Okay, this is where I need people's opinion. I'm hoping to get more than one comment. Hopefully an odd number. But what do you guys think we should do? Should we go after Gabe or should we help secure Richmond? What do we do? I want to know what anyone's idea is. Because I think both of them are good things. I have helped Richmond before in my personal playthrough. But I never went after David. But I also don't know how things can go differently with what we've decided. So, anyone who has a comment, I would like to see it. Otherwise, we're just going to help Richmond. You think Gabe, Timmy? Okay, well, then we'll try and go do that. Just follow your gut. Well, if I was in this situation, let me just say, I would probably go after Gabe, right? But then again, the relationship that they have with Gabe, I wouldn't go after Gabe. Like, if it was my child, yes, I would go after my child. But the way they raised Gabe is not how I would raise my child. So that relationship that they all have with Gabe, I don't see it as a great thing, right? We can think one of two things will happen. I guess three. They'll leave and they'll die, right? They'll leave and they'll come back in our hour of need, or they'll leave and never come back, right? And our decision does affect that. And we can go after Gabe. Since we already did the fucking stupid decision of ignoring Kate, we'll also make the stupid decision of going after Gabe.
I'm going to save Richmond. Someone has to.
I'll use that motorcycle and go after Gabe. Javi, you should help Kate.
What about you, Clem?
I can take care of myself.
We're out of time.
Javi, I'm sorry. I've been here before, more than once. It's not gonna end well for everyone. You have to decide.
Kate's gonna have to save Richmond on her own. I have to get Gabe. I'm going with you, Clem.
I understand.
Please, be careful, Kate.
Don't worry about me. I got a fucking bulldozer. Those muertos are pancakes. I want you to be safe out there, Javi.
I thought Kate was going to be pissed.
No problem. Am I returning the favor?
Sure. Thanks for asking.
Sure. Thanks for asking. Alright, well, we're about to go after David and Gabe. Good choice. Thank you,
How long do we keep driving? We may not find them. They could be too far ahead of us.
We're going to find them, Clem. We can't think otherwise. They must have gone this way. Hopefully the roadkill will lead us right to them.
Javi must have played that mailbox game, where you drive down the street and knock down mailboxes with a baseball bat.
This way!
Yeah, this is my first time seeing this. I've played through Season 3 one time. However, that one playthrough was filled with lots and lots of When you push the pause button, you see that there's an option to go to the main menu, right? Sometimes your game, which you can see right here, main menu, you go to the main menu and it has like save points, but you can go back and undo your decision, if that makes sense. I did a lot of those when I was doing my personal playthrough, because sometimes we try out an option just to see what it would do, and if we didn't like the outcome, we would change it. I've done that only once. This entire streaming of the series, I've only done that once. And that was when I accidentally let Conrad get hit by a car in place of Javi. And that was just from a failed QuickTime event. And that's a baby making cute baby noises. But the motorcycle stuff is cool as heck. If any of you guys have ever seen Final Fantasy VII Advent Children, it looks almost exactly like when Cloud was driving and had the fucking fight scene. That movie is really dumb, right? It's a good movie, one that I grew up with. This is a silly baby. But yeah, it's a movie I grew up with. It's kind of silly, but it's got motorcycle combat, and it's goofy. It's goofy. It's a goofy movie. But I do enjoy the movie. Don't get me wrong. Spirits Within sucked, though. We're going to continue with the game. Sorry, everyone. And 11 people. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it a bunch.
They're everywhere! Don't let them get you!
Hang on, Gabe!
right next to his ear,
Hang
dude.
on, Gabe! That's right! You focus on me! Oh, come on! Come on!
That's it, that's it.
Alright, well. Maybe I did it too late? Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate you telling me. Let me read this out loud just so everyone's on the same page. Yo, by the way, die here for a cutscene when the single walker is left banging at the door. Thank you. Let's see what that does. I have no clue what this does. I'm excited to see it personally.
That's right!
So we get
Focus
all of them
on
except
me!
the last one.
Oh, come on! Come on!
That's it, that's it.
I'm so sorry. I was looking at the comments and wasn't paying attention to the quick time events. I'm very sorry, everyone. I know it's not fun.
That's right!
Times in a row.
Focus on me!
I'll leave
Oh,
it
come on!
though.
Come on!
That's it, that's it.
It's probably quiet.
Bobby, Clem, is that you?
You get Gabe! I'll get Gabe! Get away from you, bastard!
Bobby, no!
You okay, buddy? Were you bitten?
No, I'm okay, but you.
You don't worry about me. As long as you're okay. What about David? Damn it. Gabe, you listen to me. Go back to Richmond. Help Kate. There are good people there who need your help. I'm depending on you.
I will. I promise.
Go. Tell Kate.
I'm so glad that doesn't count as an ending to the game. I'm glad that that's a you are dead. That is a very, very, very sad scene. I think it's very good. Oh, cutscene right there's what it says. Yeah, that is I'm glad that I saw that. I'm a little bit taken aback. I was expecting something more comical, but that was pretty sad. Like, I don't know. That was sad, but I'm glad that we got to see that. Thank you for telling us about that, Joseph. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, Robert.
I'm getting Gabe. Get away from you, bastard!
So I just triggered the scene. Oh, fuck! Dude, no! Oh, man. No! You know what? Fuck it. Dude, I guess we should just let it play out. I don't like going all the way in main menu. It makes... Dude, I don't know how the fuck I missed that one. Dude, that means we would have found this one anyways.
Okay, but
damn, dude, don't fucking laugh. That's rude. I'm just kidding. You can laugh. It was funny. But I am so sorry that we're sitting through this again, everyone. That is not what I intended. And I did push the button, but the game only registers if you push the button from it being in a resting position. Like, if you have it on the side and then all the way over, as long as it passes the center, it's fine. But if you're doing what I do, where you try and push a button fast enough, it fails.
No.
Dude, we're not failing this next one. I'm so sorry. Damn, dude. That was fucked up. I'm so sorry, everyone. That was, Should not have happened.
You get Gabe. I'll get Gabe.
We're waiting. We're prepared to push him off.
Get away from you, bastard!
Right. Damn, dude. Well?
I'll help you.
I'm sorry. I'm here, Gabe. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
I'll cover you.
Are you okay? Are you bitten?
No, they didn't get me.
Oh, thank God.
I'm fine. It just... It hurts. I tried to stop him, Javi. That's why we crashed. You came after me, Javi. After everything I've done.
What are you talking about?
I was always arguing, always making life harder. And I was a bad son.
Hey, knock that off, buddy. You're a great son.
I don't feel like one.
Don't worry. It's not up to you to decide.
I'm gonna be better from now on. I swear.
Gabe, you okay?
Yeah. Thanks to you guys.
Figured we were done, brother.
You have to take care of each other. That's what Pa said to me once.
Yeah. Told me the same thing. I wonder what he'd say to me now. I wonder that a lot, actually.
He'd be ashamed of you. Too ashamed to speak.
I can't change, Javi. I want to, but we're in a war that's never gonna end. I was kidding myself. We're never going home. That hope died the same day we all drove away. Same day Pa died. That's the last lesson he taught me. I had to teach it to my son, too. Someone had to.
That lesson of yours is bullshit. Just because you gave up doesn't mean the rest of us have.
It's not giving up. It's clarity.
We're going back to Richmond.
Don't ever let anyone tell you that being optimistic is bad. There's nothing wrong with being optimistic. As long as you are smart enough to realize the bad, there's nothing wrong with being optimistic. The reason optimism gets such a bad rap is because a lot of people who claim to be optimistic, they ignore the bad things that are very likely to happen, right? Like if your friend says, let's take a shortcut through this dark alley, right? An optimistic person that's stupid, you know, that people usually think of when they think optimistic is, oh yeah, let's go through there, nothing bad will happen to us. That's not optimism, that's stupidity. That is stupid. Like, don't go put yourself into danger if you don't have to. That's not optimism, that's stupidity, right? And the person that says, we're probably going to get robbed if we walk through that dark alley, let's not go through there, a lot of people would say that that's a realist. But a realist, in all reality, would say something along the lines of going outside. There's always a chance to get hit by a random piece of space debris, but the chances aren't zero, so let's just stay inside all day. That's a really fucking stupid reason to stay inside all day, honestly. And that's not being realistic, even though it's a very real possibility. That could also be seen as pessimistic, but it is a very real possibility. I just hate when people put optimism, you know, looking on the bright side, hoping things do get better, or even believing that things will get better, and try and equate that with weakness or stupidity. No, that takes a lot more intelligence and bravery than a person who's just willing to throw away everything that they enjoy just because of what you're worried about. Stupid. Sorry for going on that little tangent, but what David was saying right there was bullshit. It was stupid. You don't need to learn to grow up or be harder so that way you can figure things out. It's good to maintain a sense of optimism at all times.
We have to help Kate.
I can't face Kate, Javi. I can't see that different look in her eyes.
Or yours. I can't.
You should come back with us.
Thanks. But too much has changed, Javi.
That doesn't matter.
Maybe it doesn't matter to you.
Legacy, David. It's all anyone leaves behind. Figure out the kind you want.
That was my first time seeing any of that. It looks like going to help Gabe still lets you go back to help Kate.
There's a happy sight.
Let's get inside. We gotta find Kate. Jesus!
You parked his car just like I do in GTA.
Looking a little bit different, though.
Once I got in contact with my people, I headed right back.
For anyone who doesn't recognize, that is Jesus from episode 3. He went, got his people, came back, and now they're helping us. Pretty fucking cool.
Had to make sure you folks were safe. Can you help us get the gate open?
You gotta boost me up, Gabe.
Hurry up, guys!
I'll have it open in a second. They couldn't just have an open gate button. Nope. Okay, never pull that lever again, Javier. Ah, shit.
Are you trying to attract even more walkers?
No.
That took me way too fucking long, dude. Oh my gosh. And
if we get them in one group, we can lead them right out.
Jesus is probably my favorite character in the season. He has such little screen time that I couldn't put him at anywhere near a favorite. But I do like him as a supporting character. Jesus is pretty cool. Yes. And does he mean Hilltop? He might. He might. I think we heard something about Hilltop. But I don't remember, and I don't think it's the Hilltop. I think it's the Kingdom, because Jesus was. I thought no, he was part of Hilltop. You're right. For some reason, I thought that he was part of the Kingdom, but I think he tells us about the other communities at one point, and he does mention the ones from the AMC series, The Walking Dead, and Jesus, the MVP. Timmy says, agreed, man. We'll continue and finish. Sorry. They all said the walkers are in one group, so it seems like what they're going to try and do is lead the zombies out of there. Instead of trying to take out an entire herd, they will take the herd, divert the herd, and move them somewhere else. So, it seems like that's what they're going to do.
Kate? Kate, where are you?
Head him towards the gate.
Help.
Of course.
Kate!
Kate! Kate! Where are you?
Kate! Kate, please!
Kate, call out to me!
Looks like she's got the hole covered.
Kate! Kate!
I'm so sorry to pause it right there, especially so soon after we had a pause. But Budkiller, my friend, sent a message. You started earlier than normal. I'm just leaving work, so I couldn't watch it, but I will go to the beginning. Okay, I don't know if when the stream ends it'll kick you out, but I appreciate you popping in, Budkiller. just so everyone who is watching is aware, the time that I always aim for streaming is 10, right? Because when I did my stream at 10, like right now, I'm up to 9 viewers. It got all the way up to 11. But yesterday, when I started sometime around 1 or 2, I only got like 2 viewers. It has more views now after it's already been posted, but the peak viewers never breached more than 3. So, yeah, streaming earlier is a little bit better, I think, in terms of viewership. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Budkiller, but, yeah. I don't know if it'll kick you out of the stream when it ends, but the entire video will be up, so you'll be able to watch it. Sorry about all that, and I appreciate it. If you're actually interested in watching it, that's dope. We'll have a conversation about the Walking Dead game at some point. But, we'll continue the game. Sorry, everyone, for such a long break, and I promise you I won't mute it again until we get to an actually good stopping point, or pausing point. You know, I just fucking said that I wasn't going to do it, but man, that was a good stopping point. That was Kate. Kate is one of the zombies that we see walking around. So for all the decisions that we made, I do think that with the series of turning down Kate and just trying to help the kid, I think that that is a more likely ending for Kate. Fuck, dude. I didn't expect that to happen. I don't like that. I really don't. Wait, that was real? Yes.
No. She's got to be around here somewhere. Javi. No.
She's gone.
What? No. No! Kate, no!
She wanted to save Richmond. And she did. I hope it was worth it.
Avi, are we all alone now?
We'll see.
That right there. That's pretty fucked up, dude. I think that Kate dying really was probably pretty obvious. Like, no shit, Sherlock. But Kate dying sucks. She doesn't die if you stay and help her. I know that much for sure. And, I don't think anyone who's watching would particularly, you know, care if I say it. But, if you don't go after Gabe, you don't lose Kate, right? But I thought that Clementine comes back, right? But I don't remember if she's with Gabe or not. But I know for a fact that David does not come back if you don't go after him. So it's fucking crazy, dude. That was not how I remember this game ending, and that is just so interesting to see that this game has very different feeling endings. Maybe not super different endings, but they definitely feel different. Makes me wonder what happens if you tell Kate that you should try and leave with her. You know, where you treat David as the bad guy instead of as a friend, which we did this entire time. We treated David as a friend, right? So, I don't know. Season 3 is definitely worth a playthrough again at some point, but we have so many games to get through. We'll talk more about that after we finish this episode. But I just wanted to talk about that. I apologize. I don't like Kate dying, and I do not think that this is a... I think the other ending is better, just from what I've seen. And I know it's not ended, but the ending with Kate and Javi being together, I think is far superior to an ending with Kate and David and, you know, the same other people. They had pictures of Trip, Mariana, and Kate right there. I didn't realize who the other person was, but each of those must be people who have passed on, or, you know, died, or turned, or aren't there anymore. So, I'm sorry. I probably didn't need to pause it for that, but...
Maybe you should have stayed with her instead of going after me. Maybe she'd be okay.
Maybe you wouldn't be.
I was such an asshole to her. All the time. I'm sorry, Kate.
Forget all that, buddy. She loved you. Plain and simple.
I loved her too. I don't think I ever told her. Ever since you saved us and we all came back to Richmond, my dad won't talk to me. Not after what happened.
He won't talk to me either. But I think I know why. I'm surprised, though. Why won't he talk to you?
I tried to stop him, Javi. That's why we hit the muertos. I thought that if we just went back, I thought I could save him. I thought I had to.
What are you talking about, Gabe? By stopping him from driving away? You did save him.
Thanks, Javi. It's all that's left of them. Pieces of paper looking back at us, but never seeing us. What the hell are we supposed to do with that? What do we do?
Tell stories about them. Laugh at the jokes they used to tell. Keep living. Keep loving. Keep them in our hearts. Can you do that?
Yeah, I can.
So, David's still alive. We know that Tripp died. But, what happened to Conrad? I don't remember, and I didn't see his name up there. I don't remember him dying. Because I know that he... Oh. Shut my mouth.
And yet death was not something you could ignore. It had its weight. It seemed to her she had better not form the practice of ignoring death. If she tried it, death would find a way to answer back. It would take another of her loved ones to remind her to respect it.
What's that you're reading?
Oh, some old book Francine always tried to get me to read. Cowboys and shit like that. Told her it wasn't my style. She would insist, though. And I'd insist right back otherwise.
Cowboys? Boring.
That's what I said. Let me tell you, though, it's not half bad.
Heading out?
Yes, indeed. We came here to put an end to the raiding. Looks like that's been done. Glad we got it settled. Gotta move on.
I gotta admit, man, you're a fucking badass.
You're a real charmer. You know that? Through and through.
Meant to tell you, that armor you got is great.
Well, thanks. It gets the job done. I don't meet a lot of people like you, Javi. Someone genuinely good. It was my pleasure. Second chances are in short supply these days. That's what this place can be, if you let it. Trust me, though, life within walls is a hell of a lot different than life on the road. Don't take shortcuts like Joan. You gotta do the right thing. Always. Good days, and especially bad.
Absolutely. The right thing. No matter what.
Good to hear. I read people pretty well. Little gift of mine. You're a capable guy, Javi. Change is in the air here. You can lead that change, and I think you should. For the better.
You know what? I'm gonna step up. Lead this place in the right direction.
Then as far as I'm concerned, Richmond's in much better hands than it was.
Hey, Jesus?
Hey, Gabe.
Thanks for, you know, not letting me get killed, and for coming back to help us.
Yeah. Thanks for that, man.
Pay it forward. Be vigilant. Trouble never stays too far away.
So you're out of here too, huh?
Yeah. It's time. I have to find AJ, Javi. I've waited so long. But could you do me one last favor before I leave?
Michaela said, haircut time.
I used to do
and I
this
was
for
like,
my niece.
really?
That's nice of you.
Guess what?
She thought I
It's
was
haircut
terrible
time.
at it.
Were you?
None of your business.
I'm really gonna miss Gabe. I mean, he's super annoying sometimes, but I've gotten used to having him around. At least, to have someone to talk to.
Not that he said anything to me in particular, but you know the guy's got a Mondo crush on you, right?
He does not.
Oh my gosh, you have a crush on him too.
I do not.
Well, you both have my blessing.
I'm gonna stab you with those scissors. I have to see AJ, Javi. I have to see that he's okay. Do you think he remembers me? At least a little?
Who could forget you, Clem? No one who knew you, I guarantee it.
Yeah, maybe. Everyone told us he was better off. After everything that's happened, I'm starting to think they're right. I don't know if I was a good mom or not. I can't stop thinking about it.
Did you love him?
With all of my heart.
And of course you were.
Gabe told me you used to play baseball.
I did. I loved it.
He told me you fucked it all up, too.
Yep. Sure did.
Well, you survived.
I had to.
But you loved it. How do you survive that? How?
That's what's good about a broken heart. When you're looking at it all broken and shattered on the floor, you figure out the pieces you need versus the ones you liked. If you're ready to move on, that is.
If.
All done.
Well, how's it look?
You're okay, Ivy Rose. But Georgian bank robber says, Karen haircut incoming. And, did the son die or live? Gabe lived. But, Kate died. And, Karen haircut incoming indeed, for anyone who didn't catch it.
You know what? Oh,
Never mind. You know what? Grab your
Remember
hat.
this team. Your dad ever teach you about baseball?
No, not really.
Well, you come back, and I'll tell you all about it.
It's a deal. If I bring AJ back with me, will you teach him too?
You bet. He belongs with you, Clementine. Bring him back.
I'd sue if you did my hair like that. Yeah, but sadly you wouldn't have a legal team or anything to help you with that. So, let's see what we're going for. They're all walking out, and Clementini's gonna go find AJ. Clementine, you don't have to dress like a Karen, too. She's literally dressed like a Karen. Minus her baseball hat. And that smile. Karens don't have smiles. Clem's best outfit, in my opinion. It definitely is the nicest outfit, but I don't think it's a Clementine outfit. I think that the Clementine outfit is like, I don't know, her season 2. You know, because her season 2 is pretty similar to what she wore in season 3 and season 4. Like that sort of vibe. Except for right there. That's more of a dressed up to look nice type look. Not necessarily function, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Clem's best outfit. What's a Karen? A Karen? Oh, I didn't realize we're right here. I'll respond to comments after we go through these. Your experience with David was brotherly. You accepted David's hand after he punched you on the night your father died. You supported David's plan to meet at his house in Richmond. In his time of need, you stood by David. And you asked David to come back to Richmond, and he did. So, we apparently have the best possible relationship with David. And the way it ends is with us, hardly talking to David. Who knows, things may change over time. But, maybe not. All we know is that right now they hardly talk. Your experience with Kate was distant. You were relieved to see Kate alive in the junkyard. You rejected her plan to leave Richmond. Ending things once and for all, you rejected Kate. And Kate died saving Richmond, not wanting her to suffer the fate of being a muerto. You shot her. We definitely did not play that as well as we could have with Kate. I wanted to see what would happen if we... I hate that there's music going. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't like the way things went with Kate. I think that Kate is a very nice lady, and the way everything went for her, absolutely fucked up. The only reason we did it the way we did was to see if there was a way to not be with her and see if she would ever go with David. No. No matter what Kate and David are done, no matter what decisions you make, and it does not affect your relationship with David and, the kid, Gabe. None of that changes, right? So, that kind of sucks. What's a Karen? Oh, I forgot. We're going to get to that after I'm done. I'm so sorry. Your experience with Gabe was considerate. You upset Gabe by not staying in the trailer for the night. That one is another thing that we found out. No matter what we do, it turns out the same way. So the best thing you can do, stay in the trailer for the night. Turns out the same way no matter what you do. You told Gabe the truth about his neighborhood friend. Yes, we did, because he needs to know people die. Things happen. I will admit, I do love the Spanish culture in this, but not my favorite season. I think that, maybe I would see it differently if that was my culture, but I don't really have a culture. I don't think it was bad. I think the season was very great. I love Gabe and I love all of them, but I feel like they don't seem like their culture matters in it, right? Like, it changes why they say muertos, and sometimes they use Spanish words, but it doesn't seem very Spanish. It seems very American. Very, very American. And, I don't know. I wonder how it would be different if they were, like, in Mexico or something like that. There's a baby making baby noises. Sorry, everyone. Yeah, nothing wrong with the Spanish culture, but it feels really American to me. It's like if you have Taco Bell, you know you're not actually having Mexican food. Like, I mean, sure they have burritos, but that is American all the way, right? Like, with the amount of grease and shit in it, it's American, right? If that makes sense. I'm half Mexican, half Russian, so I love when games do bring different cultures. Well, good for you. I don't know, maybe it is Spanish or Mexican culture, but to me it just seems very American. It's like the Taco Bell of Mexican food. It seemed very American, even though it was claiming to be Mexican. And the Mexican people that I've met, that does not seem like their family dynamic. I guess they did have a rich baseball-playing son and, you know, a military member, but I don't know. And you say, I understand. 602 subs. Thanks, man. Appreciate you telling me. And yeah, that was the number before the stream, too. Yeah, sorry this is taking so long. But, well, look at this. You reassured Tripp by promising you wouldn't cause trouble in Prescott. Then you went to the junkyard with Tripp. In the end, Tripp saved your life on the overpass despite you not choosing him to be safe. Okay, so he's dead. Eleanor, you left Eleanor at Prescott when you went to the junkyard. Eleanor informed Joan about your plan to save David, but you forgave Eleanor for betraying you to Joan. When those things pop up, it makes me wonder if there's a difference for how it could all play out, right? Because it says, then Eleanor informed Joan about your plan to save David. That makes me wonder if you can go through it without having Eleanor tell Joan, right? No clue. Also, quick question, what days do you go on live? I go live every single day, or at least I try to go live every single day. There's always updates in the Discord if I'm not going to go live. And I try and make YouTube posts too. But Monday through Saturday, 6 days of the week, I like to stream. Sundays, I don't stream. So maybe someday I'll do a Sunday stream, but I don't plan on it. But Eleanor, yeah, we don't really care about Eleanor. We don't hate her. But she is a turd for turning us in. Clementine took Ava up on her offer to meet and join the New Frontier. Then Ava helped you get into the armory because you showed solidarity with David. Finally, you picked Ava to live, but Joan shot her to teach you a lesson. Makes you wonder what happened to Joan. Did David end up actually getting her? Lingard. Clementine headed to Lingard's medical advice. Heeded Lingard's medical advice regarding AJ. Then you gave Lingard a lethal injection, and Lingard told you AJ's location shortly before dying. Makes me wonder, with him showing up like this, is it possible for Lingard to live? I could have sworn he killed himself no matter what you did, but apparently it's possible to have him live. Maybe not. You coached Francine through Conrad's poker game. In the end, Conrad wouldn't have made it without you. Also, Conrad laughed when you told him cowboys are boring. Okay. Cool, Conrad. Conrad, I think, was a cool character, but I feel like they really pushed him off to the side by having him not show up too much in the final episode, except to save the day. Jesus, when you met him, you trusted Jesus and didn't bind his hands. Then you promised Jesus to always do the right thing in helping Richmond survive. Lastly, you promised Jesus you would help lead Richmond. So that tells us that we are going to leave the episode... Oh. That we are going to leave with Javi in charge. Joan. You kept your mouth shut when Joan baited you about Mariana's death. Then you brought Max to expose Joan to the Richmond Council. Currently, Joan's whereabouts are unknown. That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Clint kicked you out of Richmond for stealing gas. Then you took Clint's deal and spared Joan's life. Finally, David shot Clint on stage after you agreed to Clint's deal. Maybe you can save him too. Did you stand with David on the ledge? You and 92% of players stepped up to help David. Makes me wonder what happens if you don't choose that option. What did you say to David about Kate? You and 15.9% of players denied having a relationship with Kate, but David didn't believe you. It makes me wonder what happens if you just say nothing. 53% of players confessed their love for Kate. We actually didn't give any love this one. 28.3% of players came clean about your relationship with Kate. And then 2.2% of players said nothing. Interesting. Did you fight David back? You and 63.5% of players showed your love for David even as he took his anger out on you. Well, with the relationship that I have with my brother, if it ever came to that, I do not think that it would be the kind of thing that would just be solved with words. My brother wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to him. So if something did come to that point, it's probably really big, and it wouldn't be a I still love you sort of situation, right? But it seems like with Javi and David, that is what it is. He's the mean older brother, right? And I don't think I'm a very mean older brother. And we're also both adults, so. Did you go after Gabe or with Kate? 64.1% of players went after Kate. Went with Kate, and 35.9% of players went after Gabe. I do not like this ending more than I like the other ending. If you choose to not go with if you choose to stay with Kate, I like that ending more than I like this one. I don't remember specifically what it had with it, but that ending felt satisfying, nice, and just well done. Conrad also didn't survive my first playthrough. But yeah, this ending is alright, but I don't think it's nearly as good as when you have Kate with you. Did Clementine come along with you? After the fight with Clementine, after the fight with David, Clementine teamed up with you, and 46% of players. So most people don't have Clementine help them. Fierce, but I don't know. Clementine, okay, we'll just get to the third one. I'm so sorry. In her brief stay at the New Frontier camp, Clem upheld the principles of the flawed group and handled adversity with remarkable grace. When Javi and David fought at the water tower, Clem remembered a similar fight long ago. She took control of the situation by putting a gun to David's head, stopping the violence before it escalated. Once David left in the truck with Gabe, Clem's first instinct was to go after her friend Gabe and help him. I think it's very interesting they put that there because it is specifically about... She went after, Gabe. She went after Gabe. She didn't do it just because she needed help heal. She did it because she cared about Gabe, and I think that that's neat. And I love how it says your Clementine became. But let's see what this has for us. Oh, it looks like it's just a scene that's gonna play out. So let's watch it, I guess. This looks like the spot that Javi and them were at when they had to break through the tunnel. Yep, that's 100% the spot. That's the cafe they went on top of. That's where they met Jesus. Good thing Clem has the infinite ammo sheet on.
I'm gonna find you, AJ.
Clementine's story will continue. Clem is a badass. Clem is pretty cool, I agree. That scene literally makes no sense, LOL. I agree. I think that it was trying to show, like, going back the way she came, right? Yeah, that scene was completely unnecessary. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Yeah, that was the entirety of Season 3. That means tomorrow we start Season 4. And, yeah, there's going to be some fun stuff with that. What happened to the guns make noise that attracts walker rule? You know, some people, I feel like that is still a rule, but sometimes you can outrun the walkers. Like in Season 3, I think it is, when you're leaving and someone fires a gun, and yeah, it is in Season 3, when the blonde bitch, Jane, I think it was, when she's like, well, we don't want to stick around to see if it did draw any in. And that's what Clementine was doing, was she fired the gun, left the point that it was drawing all the walkers to, and I don't know, I feel like that's only important if you're in like a city and you're trying to loot around or something like that, like you plan on sticking around, but just walking down a fucking country road, not so much. Yeah, that's all of them. So, thank you everyone who watched. I am so sorry that we're done with it, but I want to see how long that episode was, because all the other episodes of the season have been so damn slow. Oh wow, this one was 2.5 hours. That's the first episode in this season that lasted that long. To be fair, I did die a couple of times, but all in all, we made it out okay. So we'll start Season 4 tomorrow. I want to tell everyone I have a Discord server you can join. You can talk to me. You can talk to other people. It's pretty cool. The link is in my channel description. And make sure to subscribe. It's awesome. We finally hit over 600, which is pretty awesome considering at the beginning of the year, I was at like less than 500. So in the past couple of months, that's not, too many more in terms of, how much it takes to be able to really do anything with YouTube. But for me, that's really fucking good. So I just want to thank everyone who's been watching, everyone who's been hanging out. Yeah, I don't have much else to say other than join the Discord, like and subscribe, and yeah, farewell. Thank you, everyone, and start the new season tomorrow. We have to decide what we're doing afterwards, though, because we do have, fuck, man, we got the Michonne series, we got Wolf Among Us, we got not Clementine, we got Erica, we got a bunch of story games that we can play after this, so we'll have to decide on there. But we're probably going to do the Michonne series after we finish Season 4. So, yeah, farewell, everyone. Thank you so much, and goodbye.